I must begin today with an apology. It's Friday, the 20th of February, and I realise that I've possibly for the first time since the 23rd of March 2020, last week, I missed a recording. I don't know, there may have been 1 or 2 weeks in the last, nearly 6 years when I have missed, but I actually can't remember not making a recording of some kind, just to stay in touch. And to be perfectly honest, last week it completely went out of my head. We had the BBC recording here for a feature film, which will be coming out next year, I believe. And Hayley had insisted that I take a few days off, and I did, and it completely went out of my mind. Usually, wherever I am, I remember on a Thursday to make a short recording and keep in touch. And having missed last week, I got a message yesterday from Margie, who looks after our website, saying, "Are you doing a recording today?" But it was nearly 10 o'clock last night when I saw the message. So here we are on Friday morning. Funnily enough, we have a wedding this afternoon of Hayley's sister, Elizabeth, so we're looking forward to that. But anyway, I thought, goodness me, perhaps I better just say a word and tell you that I'm still alive. I do appreciate that some of you do tune in each week, and I do find it encouraging when you tell me that sometimes I say something that helps you along the way. So the main message I think at the moment is I'm just trying to treat Lent as a gift rather than as a burden. And I think over the years, the spirituality that perhaps some of us were brought up with, there was so much about the obligations that we had to keep, whatever they were about, fasting, abstinence, doing this, giving up that. I just feel that it would be more helpful if we could be that little bit more positive. And interestingly, on my day off this week, which was actually the Tuesday, because I had a funeral yesterday on Thursday, so all my sort of timetable's been put out a little bit this week. But I took the opportunity of going up to see Archbishop Patrick. I do quite often manage to get up there, Archbishop Patrick Kelly in Southport. He's doing wonderfully well these days. He's full of life and tremendous kind of interest in everything. And I also popped in to see Father Pat O'Brien, of course, who was my predecessor as parish priest down the road at St Mary's. Father Pat's been a good spiritual guide to me. I asked him would he take on just supporting me, and he's been wonderful as confessor and so on. And I just said to him on Tuesday afternoon, I said, have you got a bon mot for Lent? And some of you have heard of this who were at Mass on Ash Wednesday. And he just said he was listening to an interview with the new Archbishop of Westminster, Richard Moth, and he was asked what was he giving up, and he said cheese. And he thought that was wonderful, and it didn't sound too demanding. And I thought that was a good way of approaching it too. And of course, Archbishop Kelly, over the years, he's always said to me that he tries to be positive about Lent. So for example, he would try to go to the Philharmonic, to more concerts during Lent, rather than think about the things he had to give up. Because the music inspired him and helped his spiritual life. So there are a couple of thoughts just to share with you as we get Lent underway. So meanwhile, I hope everybody's okay. I am still alive and kicking, and I'll try and get back into the pattern of the Thursday messages. So meanwhile, let's beg the prayers of Our Lady, as always, to guide us through this very special time, a time when we prepare for the Easter Triduum. Without Easter, of course, nothing makes sense, and I'm always quoting that, St. Paul saying, if Christ is not risen, you're still in your sins and your faith is futile. So everything depends on the resurrection. We build up to this, the greatest feast in the Church's year, and please God, it will be a blessed time for you and all your loved ones. And so may the peace of the Lord be in your homes and families, supported by the prayers of our patron saints and of our Blessed Lady. And as always, thank you for being so good as to even tune in to listen to these messages. So good morning and God bless.